And you guys are really international company, is that right? Like from your strategic investments and where you are using your technology right now. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, of course. So that is very true. It's in innovation world they call it born global. So a startup or a small business that is just born to be global. The reason being, of course, is we work on in-car payment space, and that means working with the large auto manufacturers. And those auto manufacturers, they produce, manufacture literally across the world. Take Stellantis, 14 brands. Um, and like you can manufacture something in Slovakia, you ship it over to Japan, and that's where the car is being driven, right?
Right.
So therefore, if you work with such global organizations, you have to offer some services, platforms for them that can be easily scalable in different regions. But when you start looking into in-car payment space, you understand, oh, okay, payments work very differently in different countries. And then the other difference is, of course, service providers, what the market is looking for. How does it work? In India, for example, you have fuel attendants to every gas station. Here, you only have it in New Jersey and Oregon, only two states. Everywhere else, it's self-pay. So therefore, those differences have to be handled. And when we started looking around and really trying to build it out, we, of course, started in the United States and gone through the accelerator program here in Baltimore. And then we got accepted in Techstars, Techstars Smart Mobility. That's where we started kind of really realizing how to make it international, how to make it that global, and how to capture that diversity into one global single platform that we're trying to build here for in-vehicle payments. That's where strategic investors started paying attention, mostly from the automotive sector. I met Anish Agarwal, who is in India, and his family business is really one of the most big and profitable tier one suppliers. They're based in Delhi, and he said, "Oh, it's an interesting idea. Let's look into it." And I said, "Sure, let's collaborate. It will take me at least a decade to get over there to India. So why don't we just work together to figure out if we can launch Indian market?" And today we already publicly have launched with Citroen vehicles out there already on the road, and already being available for customers to pay for fuel from within the car at 30,000 plus gas stations.
Wow.
So, and then we have other services. We have multiple other partners. Car wash is another example. We work with vehicle care. So there are a lot of things happening there. And then I also started talking and working with some colleagues in Germany. And one of the really, really smart, really good investor named Thomas Andre came on board and he said, "Oh, it's an interesting, I love the vision. It's a global vision, you guys, and it's practical, right?
Right.
Because it's right here. You can do the in vehicle payments right here because the user wants it. The market is going there. So yeah, let me invest a little bit there and support you in Germany as well, which is a huge auto manufacturing country. And then, of course, here in the United States, we have continued to build, first angel investment accelerators, but then we got to meet Reynolds and Reynolds, which is one of the largest dealership management software companies, and they invested through their capital arm, which is called Reynolds Capital Corporation, um, and they have been super supportive through the process. Really coming from the space of automotive retail, but understanding the entire ecosystem of how
Right.
cars are being sold, what actually matters to the dealerships, what matters to the consumers at the end. So they have been really a pleasure to work with. And then a very important one is in Japan as well, Hagiwara Electronics, which first they invested from Hagiwara America, and then they invested from their headquarter earlier this year. And now we're building very quickly Japan market. We already implemented EV charging, POC and EV charging concept for paying inside the car and activating the charger from within the vehicle. That was actually announced in our second Partners Day in Tokyo just a few weeks ago. And then we're working with parking partners there as well right now. So you can see that a lot of this growth, which is unusual for a startup to be global,
Right.
but it came from the strategic investments. But it was meant to be just because of the industry we're in and the demand for this type of service in all regions of the world.